Again, and I'm saying this not to detract from the women's Me Too movement, but are we just going to sit here and pretend that this stuff doesn't happen to men and young boys too? I remember in high school, there was a situation where it was widely known among students that there was a teacher, a woman sleeping with an underage student. And this is not an isolated incident. There's so many stories about women teachers sleeping with, middle school age students. And let me tell you, this stuff is crazy. I remember when I was a lifeguard, my first job when I was 16, I met some two guys, and we were just talking, and the conversation ended up going to their first time having sex. Now, I didn't have much to contribute because I didn't do anything, but the stuff they were talking about, one guy was talking about how his teacher was doing stuff with him when he was 12, and the other guy started talking about how a female friend of the family was doing stuff with him when he was 9. 9 years old. 9 years old. And I'm just like, and I'm trying to break it to them slowly, like, guys, you are victims. That's not something to, but they don't understand. And I'm just like, how did men's psyches get so messed up that they don't realize that they're being hurt too? And I'm not saying all men don't realize this, because there are plenty of people out here that have been hurt and that keep getting pushed down in silence, just like women have been for the past, since forever. I mean, how come we can allow space to talk about women's problems, but we can't allow space to talk about men's problems seriously? I mean, it's 2026. Like, we really need to start, if we're going to seriously address this issue, we need to bring up these issues from both sides of the table, because it's just ridiculous. Are we going to act like Diana Ross didn't, with Michael Jackson? Are we going to act like we all saw Justin Bieber and One Direction, and we're going to act like women weren't jumping onto them, trying to grope them, flashing them? Are we going to act like grown women didn't go ahead and flash the Jackson 5 when they were children? Now, if these situations were flip-flopped, we would all say, oh no, this is a big problem. This is grooming. But there is a stigma. And it's not just men that are part of the problem of this stigma. It's women too. Because let's just say, as much as I love uplifting women, and I love women, we can't uplift us all. Because some of us are not for humanity. Some of us are only for ourselves. And some of us do not need to be uplifted. Those women who sexually assaulted my friends, they do not need to be uplifted. Those women who want to go ahead and grab at underage boys or even grown men when they're on stage and act like they're not assaulting them, you do not need to be uplifted. You are part of the problem. And let's not act like all women are for the Me Too movement too, because there are just as many women out there who, think that, oh, if a man gets touched like that, it's because he wants it. Or, oh, men don't care about that kind of stuff. Let's not act like that's not part of the problem either. And we know who these women are. We talk to them. They're in our friend groups. So as much as we like to call out men for their issues, we need to start calling out other women too, because other women are not on our side either. And if we're gonna stop these issues, we all need to have a conversation. We all need to look up and down. We need to look at everybody in society from top to bottom, because this is not okay. This stuff does not need to continue. And men, it's time for you to speak up. All right? This is a safe space for you. Just know that I'm here. You can talk to me about this stuff anytime. Comment below. You're in a safe space now. Enough is enough.